Hello, welcome to the Mindful Minimalist Show. My name is Sarah. I am a licensed educator, an expert declutter, and a mental health warrior fighting the stigma. This podcast covers minimalism, mental health, and mindful living. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now. Because it is September, I thought this would be a good time to make this podcast because as of September, I have officially had headaches 24/7 for 1 year. Stick around for the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 5 tips to relieve severe chronic headaches. I hope they will work for you as well as they do for me. I do not wish this on anyone. I know of one of my family members who's dealing with the same thing. And other than her, I don't know of anyone else who's dealing with this. And I don't really know what the cause is. I don't really know what's happening. So I'll get in a little bit more to the medical side and what doctors have told me and what our plan is going forward. But this is something that I have just had to adapt to, and it's just my normal way of life now, unfortunately. And I will wake up and the very first thought on my mind is, wow, my head hurts as soon as I wake up. One of the first things I do in the morning is I go and take medicine for my head. And sometimes medicine will touch it, maybe bring it down a notch, take the edge off of it, but it typically doesn't take it away. By the time I take medicine, if I feel any relief at all, it may last for a few hours or I may get zero relief whatsoever. It really depends on the day. It depends how severe the headache is and depends on my environmental factors as well. I've had these headaches on and off since I was a child, mostly during high school age. I remember I would get really bad headaches and my back would hurt from carrying my backpack. And it would be full of books, of course, and books were stinking heavy. Like, I don't even know why they make kids carry around books like that so much. And it would hurt so badly. It would cause a lot of pain. And at that point, I had already started going to the chiropractor here and there, and it just has gotten worse and worse and worse. And I've never had anything to the extreme like I have now, but it's been a year. This last year, I have had a headache every single month of the year. I've had a headache every single day of the year. Now, I'm thankful that I do get relief every once in a while from the medication, like I mentioned. And by the way, my medication is just over-the-counter stuff. I usually take a BC powder, which is like a ground-up powdered aspirin. And I have found that's been the best thing for my headaches. Occasionally, I'll take something like ibuprofen or Tylenol, but they really don't work as well for me. An issue with the medication, though, and why I don't like taking it as often as I have to, is I know medication, pain meds like this, and not pain meds as in like from a doctor, over-the-counter pain medications, they can be really bad for your liver, for your stomach, and can just do some damage there. So I'm really wanting to be cautious of how much medicine I'm taking on a daily basis, but I also don't want to live in constant pain either. And I'm currently seeing a chiropractor as well, and he definitely encourages me to take some medication. And most chiropractors are very naturopathic, want to go the natural way if possible. But even he is recommending that I take medication because the body heals when it's at rest. And that is according to him. This is not my medical advice or opinion. And so it needs to have a break from that pain in order to try to heal. So occasionally I will take medication like that, and I try to limit myself to 2 a day. I never go over that, and if I can go a full day without it, I do. If I can get away with just 1, I get away with 1. But this has become a huge part of my life, and it's something that is just normal for me now. I mean, I never get a break from it. It never stops. It's there when I go to bed. It's just part of my life at this point, and it really sucks. Like, that's just the truth. It makes parenting so much harder. I know it leads to my irritability. It leads to me just feeling overwhelmed and cranky and just like I can't handle life anymore because it just feels so painful. And the real only way that I get a break is from sleep. So a lot of times when the pain is that bad, I just want to go to bed. I just want to go to sleep to make it stop hurting. But what is my actual treatment? What are my doctors actually doing? What kind of doctors am I seeing? As of now, I'm currently only seeing my chiropractor for my pain, and he does an adjustment on my spine, and he does acupuncture for me 2 times a week. And I really enjoy my visits there because it is at least comforting in the moment and can give me a tiny bit of pain relief, possibly, if it's a good day, but even that hasn't fixed the issue. But I'm still continuing to go because it is affordable for our family, and it's something that I want to take advantage of if I can, because it's something that's not super costly for us. We have a really good rate at our chiropractor, and so going frequently is not really an issue for us, which I'm so thankful for, because previously I've been to chiropractors where I had to pay $40 and $50 per visit, and I know there's no way I could afford that. So my chiropractor performs a spinal adjustment on me, and he does acupuncture on my hands and in my neck and on the top of my head. And I know that this is at least helping me be better off than I would be without seeing him whatsoever. As for any other doctors, I currently have not seen anyone else, but I am looking to see a neurologist, and hopefully I can maybe get some tests done and see what the reasoning is behind all of this. One other factor that I found really interesting whenever I read it is that people with bipolar disorder have a higher risk of headaches, of chronic migraines. And I don't know if this is my case, if this is what's causing my headaches, my pain, but there's a really good chance that it could be. I believe there was maybe a third of people with bipolar disorder have migraines, or 30% of them. It was a pretty big number, something like that. Again, these are not my own facts. These are things that I have read on my own or have talked with other professionals about. So please do not take this as medical advice. I do want to say that I'll be giving some of my own personal experiences with doctors and medications, and maybe I can just give you some ideas of things that you can talk about. Now it's time for my 5 tips to relieve chronic severe headaches. My first tip to help relieve your severe chronic headaches or migraines would be the BC powder, like I mentioned. This is different than any other medication because not only is it a strong dose of aspirin, but it also absorbs faster because it's already a powder. I don't know the science behind this. I am an English and Spanish teacher, not a scientist or science teacher. But basically, it makes sense if you think about it. It's just going to break down inside you faster than if it were a solid, like a capsule or something. My next tip would be caffeine. In the medication BC powder, like I mentioned, they actually have caffeine in it to help with headaches. So that's another thing you can try, is maybe grab a cup of strong caffeine. I know my mom says when she drinks her really, really double strength coffee, it can kick a headache for her. So that's amazing. That may be something that you try. My next tip would be to get an eye mask or an eye pillow. I wear these whenever I am going to sleep at night or if I'm taking a nap or something, and it just removes any of the light that could possibly get in, because for me, light is one of my biggest triggers that causes the sensitivity. So even right now, I have my window open, I can handle it because I'm not looking directly at it. But whenever I'm in our living room where we have huge windows all around, it is so painful for me at times. And if I want to try to take a nap or do something like that out there, it's not that it's bright and so I can't sleep, it's that it's the pain. It hurts so, so much. And again, it's the same whenever I go outside. On the same note, I recommend that you get some extremely dark tinted sunglasses. These things have been a lifesaver for me. Not only do I wear them when I'm outside or when I'm driving, but also whenever my headaches are the worst, I will even wear them in my house. That shows you how bad the headaches are for me to walk around my house looking crazy wearing these super dark sunglasses. But whenever you have headaches that are this bad, you will do anything to get relief. The cousin that I mentioned also wears sunglasses as well to help with her headaches, and she actually wears a special kind that are blue light blocking and are specific for migraines. They were okay for me, but personally I have found that just some really dark tinted glasses are the best. Finally, my last tip for you guys would be to get some noise canceling headphones. I personally do not use these frequently, though we do have some. I know not everyone would be able to do that depending on your lifestyle and if you have people to take care of. If you have children who are of the age to take care of themselves and that's not a concern for you, or you don't have children at all, noise canceling headphones can really reduce the pain that loud sounds can bring on and can cause. For me, I have to turn the TV down way low with a bad headache, close the curtains, just make it dark and quiet. And that's really the best that I can do. That's the relief that I can get. And I don't know if that's helpful to you. I don't know if you're thinking, wow, Sarah, you just wasted my time. But you see, I'm in the same shoes. I'm stuck. I have not found relief yet. I have not found the solution, but I have found tips that help make it more bearable. And if you are struggling with these headaches, my sympathy goes to you, but I hurt for you because I know how awful it is. I know how painful it is. And if you're like me and you never get a break from headaches, it is almost impossible to live your life to the fullest, to the way that you want to. It really hinders your ability to be spontaneous and to live in the moment because you're constantly dealing with such pain. Hopefully, with more time with professionals, I will be able to recover from my headaches and go back to living a normal life. And I sincerely, wholeheartedly hope the same thing for you as well. If you enjoyed the podcast, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button with the notification bell if you haven't done so already. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you for the next episode.